Hey everybody, thank you for joining me once again. We are on episode number 5 already, believe it or not. And of course we are here in Moss Deep City, just kind of wandering around a bit, seeing what's going on, seeing what the town has to offer. So we talked to this guy. I heard of Whalmer's disappeared. Aha, I might have had something to do with that. All life needs water to survive, even though it makes its home on the land. And all life, having run its course, becomes soil and returns to the land. Thus the waters of the sea are always connected to the land. Oh, very wise. Yes, like the shoreline here. Maybe that's why humans like the shore. More likely because, well, I don't know. I guess in one way it's very open, so it's easy to spot predators from a while away. The water can be cooling, so if we were like, like when we evolved in Africa and it was really hot, I'm sure people like being near the coast because it was a little bit cooler there. It's interesting to think about why humans like the things we do. Like being up high and seeing lots of trees is nice. Well, because green's nice because obviously you want to be near things that are alive. That's healthier for you, um, just in terms of having food to eat and stuff like that. But also you want to have we like being up high and having nice views because of vantage points, able to survey the land and see dangers. Anyway, presumably. Tippy toes, sneaking up on Poketoes. Oh, I don't know that song. Every gym badge tells the story of a hard-won victory against a worthy opponent. I can look at a badge and tell you which Pokemon are with you when you want it. Oh yes, I like how they kind of record some of this stuff. Um, so I remember, I recorded these, so I remember them pretty well actually. Um, Stone badge and the Knuckle badge were pretty straightforward. I knew who we had, Dan and Slate when they were still babies, and Four when I think he was evolved by the time we went into our first gym battle. Um, Dynamo was a little harder. Heat Badge. Let's ask about Heat Badge. Wasn't even that long ago. Metang, Combuskin, Loudred, and Swablu. And Zigzag. Oh, I used all 6 of them. Oh. Or was it? Let me see. She might just list everybody who's with you then. That's probably what it is. And Zigzagoon, yeah. So I know in the last one, the Feather Badge, we didn't use our whole team. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep. So it's just whoever you, not who you actually sent out, just who you had with you, which is still cool, but not quite as cool as if they actually knew who you used. From the time she was a small child, my older sister hardly ever spoke. Somewhere along the line, she learned to read the experiences of certain objects. There's a word for that. Psychometry, I want to say? That might not be it, but there is a word for the supposed for like I guess like a superpower, like in fiction, being able to tell the memories of objects, which is not a real thing. Not sure how the science behind that would work, even if it was real, and I don't think there's any. Yeah, I don't think there's any way it could be real, but I mean, if there was, I definitely don't think that that people can do it. But is there some way that an object might hold some kind of something? And probably not in the way that we could ever make like any useful information out of it. All right, so what's up here? Oh, is this the Space Center? A voyage on a ship is fine, but crossing the sea with the Pokemon using surf, now that's an exhilarating trip, wouldn't you agree? You know what I think would be even more exhilarating is going on a starship. But I think I might actually, just to make sure we get the whole gym in this episode, I might just start with the gym if we can. It might make us go to the Science Center first. Where's my bike? This is where that old guy was, right? We've been to this house? We have. Okay, so we haven't been to the other house then. I thought this house was the one up ahead. They might make you go to the Science Center first, actually, or the Space Center. Even though I can't see my dear friend in Fortree, a Pokemon carries mail back and forth for us. Oh, so this is um, the pen pal of the person in Fortree. My little sister is always getting letters from her boyfriend in Fortree. I'm not jealous, even a little. I assume, well, it sounds like he is jealous, but hopefully he's jealous of having a person to exchange letters with, not jealous of his sister's boyfriend. That'd be weird. Um, Although, really, she could just teach Wingull to fly. I think it can learn fly, and if it can't, Pelipper could, and then she could visit him anytime. Alright, let's see. Oh, an item randomly. Revive, okay. Guess someone dropped this here. Let me just check out this one house just in case we haven't been here yet. Oh, is this a Super Rod? It is, sweet. Alright, so I wonder, usually the Super Rod gives you level 40 Pokemon, which would be actually really powerful at this point in the game. I kind of thought you might not get it until maybe Sootopolis at least, just based on the levels. But, I don't know, I guess we are maybe a little under-leveled, so... Um, although I think once we get Dive, there are some other areas of the game that open up, so we might take a break from this part of the world and go explore some other cool hidden areas. But, right, Slate's at a pretty good level. Let's go ahead and send out... See, Lily, this is a Psychic Gym, so I'm not sure Lily's going to be the best bet here. Let's send out Dan, I think. Probably the best bet. Alright, so just doing a mental checklist here. Anything we should be doing? We're healed up, we're good to go. Also, Dan doesn't have Bite anymore. Never mind. I guess we really don't have any attacks that are good against Psychic types. It would be what? Bug, Dark, and Ghost? I don't think we have any of those in our team. So we'll see. This might be a challenge because 2 Pokemon are weak to Psychic. 3 are neutral. And 1 doubly resists. So Slate might be our best bet here. Good thing we got him a little more XP, and he's actually now our highest level, so that's pretty cool. Won't say our strongest. I'm sure he's not strongest. But he will be very powerful once he evolves. Yo, how's it going, Champ to be Owen? The gym leaders here use Psychic Pokemon. If you go up against them with Fighting or Poison-type Pokemon, they'll do horrible damage to your Pokemon. They'll come at you with outstanding combination attacks. If you want to win, you'll need to show them how tight you are with your Pokemon. Go for it. Alright, so... Oh, we can float. That's cool. But not really too challenging, I guess. Battles hinge on the strength of your spirit. The weak-spirited will never win. Alright, let's do it. Psychic Preston and his Kadabra. I think there are a good amount of Psychic Pokemon here. Because there's like the Abraline, the Roltzline, there's Natu and Xatu, Claydol and Baltoy. I'm sure there are others I'm forgetting as well. Alright, let's go for an Uproar. Level 42. Ooh, it makes me a little nervous actually. So in the original games, they only had 2 Pokemon on their team, the gym leaders, that is. But in Emerald, they had 4 Pokemon, which was a lot better. I really hope the ones in this one have 4 Pokemon as well. Wow, okay, so you can see that special attack boosted a lot of damage, and it's really fast. So I hope you guys won't mind. But I think we actually need to train up our team a little bit. Like, Lily's level 36. This Kadabra's 42. I mean, yes, Ford would be really powerful. Ava's really powerful. Eve's pretty good. Let's send out Eve, in fact. But Ford is weak to the gym, and Ava doesn't really know the strongest attacks yet, so I think we may actually be underleveled, which is a good problem to have. I like that, because it means I can now go do some other stuff that I've been putting off just because I didn't want to be overleveled. So we might actually do some training today, if that's cool, and come back later. There's always the chance the gym leaders only have 2 Pokemon and they use dumb moves, and this could still be a really easy battle. But I think if we go like level maybe 40, at least 40, I would say. Maybe we get them all to level 40, and give it a try. I think that would probably be a better bet. I'm trying to think where the best place is to go. So I assume, does that take you to the next one, I guess? And this takes you back? This takes you back? What if I... Oh, I see, it's a switch. Oh, cool. So that makes it a little bit more of a puzzle. I like that. That's kind of a classic puzzle, but new graphics, and you can surf on the stuff, so that's pretty cool. You're flying like Ranculus can. Alright, anyway, so sorry about the bit of a tease there, but I guess you guys knew from the episode title that I'm not doing the gym this episode. It's funny because you guys are kind of psychic in that regard, that you know what's going to happen in the episode before I do. Well, in terms when you're watching it, you do. Before the me in the video does. Obviously, by the time you're watching this, the me in real life knows what I did, but kind of a weird concept to think about. Alright, so there's plenty of more surfing to be done, which is cool. There's also What areas haven't we done yet? So there's two areas that are both kind of associated with Mauville and Watson. There is New Mauville. Although I think I read that you can only go there like once you beat the Pokemon League maybe, or maybe once we get a little further in the plot. Um, but I feel like it's going to be very obvious once we get to that. I think Watson asks you for your help. This one is the Sea Mauville, which is like a sunken ship if I recall. For some reason I always thought the ship was over here, but it makes a lot more sense that it's New Mauville. I think it's like an underground city, factory, power plant, something. And the Sea Mauville, the ship, is over here. Maintained as a natural preserve. So we also haven't explored any of the water routes yet, and there are probably a few hidden areas up here where we could maybe face stronger trainers now that we have some HMs and all. But I think what I actually would like to do is just kind of start where we started before, back to our roots, surf on not going all the land routes, but just the water route that we used Mr. Briny's ship on, because we saw there were a lot of trainers there, and they might be a little lower level now that we've had surf for a gym or two. Any berries here? Probably not. I think I did make one more round when I got fly to make sure I didn't miss any berries. But I'm not going to grab that berry from what's her name because it's not a very good berry anyway, so not worth it. Part of me is like, ooh, free stuff, and time gated, so don't miss it. But the other part's like, you have hundreds of berries, you have enough. Which is funny because in real life I'm a very like what the word is it? Not necessarily frugal, but like very. I don't tend to buy things I don't need, or like I don't have like 20,000 shoes or whatever. Let's start by serving north. Sometimes they hide things kind of where you wouldn't think. And I will use repels because obviously we don't want to train against wild Pokemon. We want to train against trainers. Just because it's a little more entertaining and we can find items and things. And maybe we can unlock the Sea Mauville, the ship, so that we can fly back here once we do get dive. I think you do need dive to explore most of the ship, but we'll do what we can. Repel, who's got the repels? There they are. Alright. Let's see what we can find north of here. It's also possible there might be some hidden areas that require dive. Ooh. Oh, can I go under this? Nope. Under the boardwalk. Alright, well, cool little beach. Is there really no item here? Oh, it's disappointing. Like, that's a perfect place to hide, like a, like a max revive or something at least. Or a PP up, maybe. That would have been a good one, but alas, it was not to be. See, it's funny because I actually took a little bit of time between the episodes to do some stuff, and I was like, now it's kind of late, and I really should, get to sleep. But I was like, I'm also really excited to face the new gym, and just, let's do one more episode tonight. And now that I'm not doing it tonight, I'll have to wait until tomorrow. But hey, it'll give me something to look forward to. Maybe, just maybe, I'll even play in the afternoon. But like I said, it is a busy day, so I'm not going to count on that. All right, 25. So like I said, they're a little low, but on the bright side, that'll make these battles pretty quick, and we can maybe see some Pokemon we don't see very often. I'm really disappointed that Fisherman Jonah didn't have a Whale Lord. That would have been cool. And Azumarill. So even though they're lower level, they're fairly formidable Pokemon. Not quite a one-shot, see? Azumarill, I guess, I think it actually has a pretty good HP stat, which is why it can survive both special and physical attacks pretty well. Alright, and down goes Azumarill. And you know what? What route are we on here? I'm floating! Okay, enjoy. We are on Route 105, so I'm going to move around here. As we do this, I'm going to also kind of very stealthily on my other monitor Google Route 105. I won't spoil what Pokemon are here. But I want to see if there's anybody with like 3 or more Pokemon. Because if so, we might switch to Roselia Lily. And just because I'm set on using that Toxic Spike strategy, just to show you guys how awesome it is, despite the fact that it's never proved useful so far in this entire Let's Play. So maybe it's actually not so awesome as I thought it was. Nope, all the trainers here have 2 Pokemon max, which is surprising because it looks like I guess it was the same in Emerald, but in Sapphire there was somebody. Swimmer Austin had 3 Pokemon. Are they different names too? No, he's still here. We only has 2 in in this gen. So they did change the Pokemon, interestingly enough, and it seems like they kind of simplified things. So I'm glad they had the flexibility to make changes, because, you know, they've learned a lot as game designers, I'm sure, over the years. But at the same time, it seems like nobody in this game has a full team of Pokemon. Maybe I'll lead with Roserade going into this next gym. But I can't because, without spoiling anything, Toxic Spikes is not going to affect at least two of their Pokemon, and if they only have two, then it's a waste. So I'm just really disappointed that I didn't get a chance to use the strategy at all. The 5th gym leader would probably be a good bet to use it, but I'm not sure I want to keep Menace Shock that long. It would actually be a really good one to use it against, so we'll see. I might also, I try not to spoil things for myself, because I like seeing them, you know, fresh and enjoying them fresh with you guys. It is a blind Let's Play after all. But I might just, you know, cheat a little bit and look at some of the routes we go to ahead of time, just to see, or even like the Moss Deep Gym. Not to look at the Gym Leader's Pokemon. I will be surprised about that. I'll be very careful to avoid seeing what the Gym Leader's Pokemon are. But I do want to see what the trainers in there have, because there's one with 3 Pokemon. Well, now I'm kind of changing my mind, because if they do have 3 Pokemon, they'll be Psychic types, so maybe not good. And Mystical Rock around here. Well, I don't remember what that is. Could that be... So there is a legendary trio here. It's legendary golems. Regice, Registeel, and Regirock. I think we've actually found 2 of their areas already. Rock type. So I guess we'll use Bulldoze. Although honestly, we'll use 2 of those. Blizzard might have been a one-shot, even though it wasn't super effective, because I think Nosepass is better defenses, but I could be wrong. Oh no, we're paralyzed. So Regirock, I think, is in the Sandy Desert area. Registeel is probably that one we found, whatever that route was, southeast of Fort Tree. 122-ish, give or take, 121. I don't remember where Regice is. I'm pretty sure it's like on an island, because it makes sense, a little more sense, ice, water, kind of, you know. But it might be around here. I just honestly have no idea. It doesn't sound familiar, but, you know, like I said, it has been a while. Alright. So let's see what else we can find here after we heal up a bit. See, I think I do want it to be, again, I'm always going for that balance of, like, you know, tough battles versus fun battles. Why don't I do this? So if you guys don't want to hear what level Dan evolves, I'm about to spoil it. Fast forward 30 seconds, or mute it for 30 seconds, I should say. So all this time I've been telling you guys to fast forward. All you like to do is mute. But okay, go ahead and spoiler alert. So Dan evolves at level 40. So I think I might get them all to 40, because then Dan will evolve, which means I can teach him and Blaziken their move tutor moves. Maybe I'll find a heart scale by then. Probably not, but I'll just make a choice. And I think, you know, we'll be under level, I'm sure, for the gym leaders. They're probably at level 45 or so, which is weird because I remember them being like, I want to say 42, but I'm assuming because their trainers are 42, they're just stronger in this game, which is great. I like that. I think the game is longer, has more to do, more trainers. Obviously, you get more XP for a variety of reasons. We were using the XP share, we'd all be like level 45 probably by now, so very glad I'm not doing that. Oh, this is cool. It's like a whole secret island. I love this. Be my own secret island. But I think at level 40 with a strong team, besides Lily and Slate, they'll be fully evolved. What am I trying to do? I'm trying to use the item finder. Oop, there's something somewhere around here. Thought there might be. It's a beach after all. Was it on that rock over there, maybe? Or is it over here? There it is. Big pearl. That makes perfect sense to find on the beach. So yeah, once we're fully evolved, that should be, for Dan at least. Oh, there's another one here. Maybe it's this rock. Oh, I bet it is. Oh, we can walk across the water. That's so cool. It's not the rock? I am really confused. Green, yellow, yellow, red. Oh, next to the... Oh, a heart scale. Perfect. All right, so there goes that conundrum. So yeah, once Dan evolves, we'll go ahead and switch out to 2 Ford. Alright, nothing else over here. I think we've been up here, or is this maybe the island with the Regirock thing? Ah, looks like it. So this is where, so not Regirock, Regice. This is that mysterious island they were talking about, where Regice dwells. Any more items? Don't see any. Alright, I really like the island that's to the south of here, though, with a little bit of sand there and some trees. That's where I would make my secret hideout. If I, oh, can I make my secret hideout there? Tropical Island hideout? I don't think any of these trees are, they're different colors, but they're not like, they're not the right type of tree. Oh, this would be a perfect place for a secret hideout. I would actually maybe even use this one. But there's no, like, why is there no secret hideout hole here? Like, oh, come on, developers, what are you doing? Well, let's see if we can find another cool tropical island to have our paradise on. Um, look, when I was not a kid, I was actually, I guess, a teenager. Actually, it was when I played um, I played Leaf Green. So it was the summer after I did that Fire Red version I was talking about. I was maybe like 16 or 17 at the time. And I think I was still in high school, maybe between high school and college. But I might have already told the story. I don't think I did though. I think I told somebody in real life not too long ago. Um, so every year we went down with my extended family to the Outer Banks, as I think I might have mentioned. I definitely mentioned as part of the story. But there was one summer, that my dad, was really into eBay for a while. He was getting good deals on eBay for stuff. Um, he's really into like history and stuff too, so you find all kinds of cool knickknacks in there. But he saw a listing for renting a house actually on the eastern shore of Maryland in St. Michael's for a week. And it wasn't an amazing house. It wasn't like the ones you find down in the Outer Banks, but it was fine, and it's something different, a vacation house. It had a pier in the backyard. You can go fishing in. It had a pool, um, and nobody else bid on it. It was a really good deal. I don't know how much it was, but it was a really good deal for that kind of um, experience. So he put in a bid. Figured probably won't win, but what the heck? And he won. So we decided, since my aunt and uncle always took me on vacation with them to the Outer Banks, even once my parents kind of stopped going after a while. We took my cousins along, my nana along, my parents, my nana's dog, a golden retriever, Ginger, who the one about the left and right I've been talking about. I feel like you guys know so much about like my personal life now, but hopefully you don't mind me uh, spicing up the Let's Play with a little bit of fun stories. Only so many Pokemon stories I can tell after all. Let's go with Blizzard. I don't know why, just felt like a Blizzard. Oh, now I want like a Blizzard from like Sonic's or Dairy Queen, I guess, has the Blizzards. Oh, and it's frozen. Something, my psychic powers told me that if I used it then it would freeze. And it did just thaw. Oh, my psychic powers did not predict that. Alright. Now I'm angry. I want to cause an uproar. Um, where was I going with that? That's right. So we also rented a canoe while we were there. And oh my god, it was great having the dog there. She loved the water. It was just the best dog ever. But she would just like, my mom broke her leg. Or did she break her leg? I think she broke her leg. She had something that, yeah, I think she or sprained her ankle or something. She stepped in a hole actually and went down the wrong way. And yep. Anyway, so she was in a wheelchair, and the house was not the easiest. It was a nice, fairly decent sized house actually, but there was like some hallways that were kind of small. So the dog would lay right in the edge of the hallway, and my poor mom couldn't get by her in the wheelchair. But anyway, and the dog would go in and chase sea nettles in the it wasn't in like the ocean, but it was on like a big body of water. I guess it was like off the Chesapeake Bay somewhere. I guess it'd be technically a river, but it was like a really big river. Um, but where I was going at with this story, I have so many good memories of that. That only was 1 week trip for St. Michael's, but and of course I have so many great memories of the Outer Banks as well. But the St. Michael's trip is kind of impressive because I guess it was so much more unique. And even though it was, I'm sure, a less fun experience than the Outer Banks, still very fun, but just a few things measure up to the Outer Banks, at least when you're a kid. And I always got along really well with my cousins too, so it was cool kind of getting to hang out with them just every day for living with them for 2 weeks. They're huge houses too, so if you got annoyed, you could just go your own way for a day. It wasn't a big deal. Let's use some berries. But I guess because all the Outer Banks trips kind of blur together after a while, it's funny how much I remember. Like in memories per day spent there, I remember a lot more about St. Michael's than I do about the Outer Banks. All right, citrus berry, there you are, and I should probably use some leopard berries just to be safe. I figure we'll go ahead and evolve Dan, then we'll switch out to somebody else. I know this is probably not the not the most exciting episode of the whole Let's Play. As much as you guys, I'm sure, love listening to me talk about my vacations. But hey, at least they're Pokemon related. Um, so yeah, St. Michael. So I actually did that year because I knew I'd be doing, I think for the first time I was going to be playing a Gen 4 game, Pokemon Diamond, on vacation. Is this Dewford over here? It is. Um, and while we're here, there is something I want to grab. I don't remember where it is though. I didn't really look it up. Um, Silk Scarf. Thank you. It's been very, very helpful actually. It's a TM that I'm not going to use right away, but I figure I might as well get it here. There's no harm in getting it, even if I don't want to use it. And the reason I don't want to use it right away is because I'm stubborn. And it is Sludge Bomb, which is an amazing move for Roselia. And it's actually a move we're going to keep for the rest of the game. And it might even be her main stab attack. Oh, here we go, Sludge Bomb. Yay, sweet. But I don't want to use it right away because it's going to override Venoshock, and I really want to use Venoshock. And I will say that Sludge Bomb is more reliable because you don't have to have the Pokemon poisoned to do extra damage, but if a Pokemon is poisoned, Venoshock will do a lot more damage than Sludge Bomb. I think Sludge Bomb is base 90, I want to say. Maybe, I think Sludge Bomb is 90 and Sludge Wave is 95 or something like that, but there's some trade-off where I think like Sludge Bomb has a 30% chance to poison the Pokemon, but Sludge Wave is only 10, so if a Pokemon can learn both, it can be hard to decide which one to use. Did I use a Repel? I don't think I did. It's trouble when you're multitasking, at least for me. Is it's hard to remember what you did and what you didn't do. Like when you're driving, your brain's like on autopilot. It's, you know, when I can do something like this where I'm just walking around facing trainers, the part of my brain doing the Let's Play is actually on autopilot. It's the part talking that I'm using more capacity for. I just want to make sure I don't miss anything on the right-hand side here, because sometimes there are cool things to find. So yeah, so I knew I'd be playing Diamond. I want to give myself more chance to play that over the 2-week vacation at St. Michael's. What a great summer when you're a kid, right? Luckily I didn't have like a summer job or anything. I realize not a lot of people would have had the same opportunity, but yeah, so I got to spend 3 weeks on vacation, and so the first one I played Leaf Green, which was faster, and was a lot of fun, and then the second 2 weeks I did Diamond. I don't know if my cousins did a game on the first week. I'm pretty sure they all did on the second, yeah, at the Outer Banks. But anyway, Leaf Green was fun too. I think I did like a Charizard. I was trying to kind of emulate the high I had when I did the what is this? Just the root sign. Yeah, like they added an island here just to make the route. Um, Reliving the high I had of doing that. Oh, we've actually been here. Okay, right? This is part of Dewford Town. Yes, it is. All right, moving right along. Um, what was I saying about the vacation? So yeah, I trained like an Aerodactyl. What did I train? Charizard. 2 flying types I usually don't do, but for whatever reason I just did. I think I did a Gengar, I want to say. We faced her already, I think. No, we did not. All right, cool. Um, I think I did Lapras as water type, which is cool because Lapras is one of the Pokemon I like and I hadn't trained before, I don't think, but I never get to train because I always like to train like a Blastoise or a Gyarados. So Lapras is probably my 3rd favorite water type. Vaporeon's pretty cool too in Gen 1. Um, Not even including, you know, Swampert, Melodic, and all the rest. Alright, Uproar it is. So I guess train Lapras and maybe a Raichu. I don't remember what the other ones were. But it was pretty fun. Not as fun as my Fire Red Let's Play, but it was still fun. But anyway, the story I was originally getting to, which is actually not even the best story, but the reason I was thinking about St. Michael's at that island was because we rented a canoe for maybe just a day, or might have been more than a day. It might have been the whole week. I think it was. We used it a couple times. We also even put it in the pool just to mess around with one time. Um, but it was cool because my cousins and I rode out on the canoe and actually discovered, quote unquote, an island, which I'm sure wasn't discovered. We weren't the first ones there, but it was uninhabited. It wasn't even that big, but we christened it with our last name, and I don't know if we like brought like food there and had like a picnic or something. I'd like to say we did, but we probably didn't. Might be embellishing the memory a bit there, but it was cool. More likely we talked about coming back and doing like a picnic there, or doing something there, and just never did. But anyway, definitely a fun trip, and that's what this little kind of secret island in the middle of nowhere. That's kind of small. Not You can't really build anything there because I'm sure it floods, incidentally, or that's not the word I'm looking for. Occasionally, is that the word? Occasionally works, but I feel like there's a different word. But not incrementally. Maybe I was thinking incrementally, but that's not the right word anyway. Occasionally is the word that fits, whether or not it's the one I was looking for. Um, but yeah. So yeah. Anyway, so you couldn't really build anything permanent on there, except maybe up here. But it was cool. I'd like to go back and maybe visit again one day with my kids, except I have no idea where that house even was. I don't know if my parents might have a record, but I doubt it. So, actually, like maybe a year or so ago, I was curious. I was on Google Earth to see could I find this house based on my memories of it from, you know, almost half a lifetime ago. Ooh, double battle! How exciting! I'm gonna do board up next. Even though we're against water types, I think he's strong enough to handle it. Um, yeah. Speaking of uninhabitable islands, I saw a listing on some house. I think it was Zillow housing website where you could buy your own island for only like I say only 40K or something like that, which is still a lot. And it's like, oh, that's cool, but it's an island in the middle of Potomac. You can't build anything on it. It's not near anything. You can't even get to it by boat, and it floods entirely. So it's like all underwater a lot of the time. So it's like that's cool. Maybe for like if there weren't property taxes, I might spend like $100 on it or something. But um, don't want to use Blizzard. Oh, this is not ideal. Maybe I shouldn't have used Dan and Ford here. Um, all right, let's have some fun and hope it doesn't backfire. We have a 2 in 3 chance of hitting one of them. I'm going to use Low Sweep because it should be super effective against Corphish, since I believe... Is he part Dark type, or is only his evolution Dark type? It might just be the evolution. Yep. Nevertheless, it was enough. Mega Evolution or no. Alright, 50-50 now. I assume it can't attack the slot, and it worked. Sweet. Took a gamble, and sometimes it pays off. Alright, cool. Not too much XP from that, unfortunately. Right, let's do maybe one more battle, and then I'll call it a day. So yeah, it'd be cool to have your own island, but maybe not that island. Like I'd like to be more like a Richard Branson island where you can actually build like a summer resort there. But I am not that wealthy, and not even by miles and miles and miles. Um, so I have a decent job that supports me just fine, but I am definitely not rich by any stretch of the imagination. So um, buying my own island is maybe a timeshare on an island somewhere with other people, but even that, I wouldn't spend my money on a timeshare. I hear they're kind of almost a scam. But all right, let's. Do I want to do a cliffhanger and keep you guys waiting? No, I think you've been very patient and listened to all my dumb stories. And oh, I can dive here, so we'll have to come back at some point. Let's go ahead and see if we can evolve Dam before we end the episode. End on a high note. Route 108. Here's a trainer. He should do the trick. Yeah. Plus, if I was rich, I'm sure everybody says this, but I actually legitimately mean it, and I think I actually would. I would not. I would either be, if I was super rich, I'd be like Elon Musk, trying to use like my resources to like do something that would really further humanity along. Like, sure, you could donate, all your billions of dollars to charities, and that would be great. Feeding the hungry and the poor and all that. That's great, and definitely props to Warren Buffett and Bill Gates and all the philanthropists who do stuff like that. That's great. Much better than buying luxury stuff with your money or just hoarding it forever, or investing in stocks to grow. Like you don't. If you have $1 billion, you don't need any more money. But like I feel like the stuff that Elon Musk is doing with like expanding humanity beyond Earth and renewabilities and preventing runaway AI and energy use are things that really will have a much uh, greater long-term positive impact than even just what other philanthropists do, probably by many times over. So I'd either be like that if I was super rich. If I was just kind of rich, I'd probably just like I guess be more like every other philanthropist where they open up like homeless shelters. If I would live, I think, in a very modest house with maybe twice as big as what I'm looking to buy now, but not like insanely like a mansion. I wouldn't want that. I wouldn't want servants or anything. I would just feel guilty when there are people in the world that are starving and don't have a home to live in something, a virtual palace. I don't think that's right. But anyway, enough on me philosophizing. It's time for an evolution. And our little Whismer that we caught all those episodes ago, right outside of Rustboro, has evolved into Loudred and now to Exploud, which is really cool. It's, like I said, maybe not the prettiest Pokemon, but it's a really formidable Pokemon with a great moveset, decent stats, and just a lot going for it. So, and a decent ability as well. So Crunch, I do want to forget Crunch. So, ooh, this is tough. My instinct is to get rid of Bulldoze because Overheat and Blizzard is so much more powerful. But what makes me pause is that just in practice, because I'm so slow, Bulldoze has been very useful, actually. So, I'm really debating this here. Let's get rid of Blizzard just because I can always teach Blizzard back, whereas I can't teach. I guess I could teach either one back. So, all right, let's get rid of Bulldoze. What I think I'm going to do is I can almost teach Exploud his full moveset. I want him to learn Flamethrower instead of Overheat because it's more reliable. But I'm going to teach him Surf, and I'm going to teach him Crunch as well. And the reason for that is because he's going to do the most damage using stab attacks, same type attack bonus attacks. In other words, normal moves like um, Uproar, though we'll replace it with a better move later on. But so what Pokemon types resist normal type attacks? Well, they're Steel types, who are almost all weak to fire. That's why I want Flamethrower. There are Rock types, who are almost all weak to water, therefore Surf. And there are Ghost types, who are almost all weak to dark moves, therefore Crunch. So it's really like, here's my one stab default attack, and then anything that resists it, I will very likely have a super effective move against, unless it's like a weird combination, like maybe Cradily or Omastar or something like that. But most Pokemon I will either be able to do really high stab neutral damage to or super effective non-stab damage. But alright guys, that is going to be it for episode 45, I think this was. Can you believe we're already that far along? But still plenty more to do. We come back, let's see here. Don't want to save, do not want to save. Um, I'll probably do a little more on-screen training actually, and then if it takes more than one more episode, if we run out of things to do, then maybe I'll just do it off-screen. But there's still more water routes to see. We can explore the ship a bit, and there might even be some water we can do east of the city as well. And if we run out of things, we can always do rematches. I'm sure there's plenty of stuff we can do. So anyway, we will get to the gym battle as soon as we can. But like I said, I'll get my team to level 40. We'll do the move relearner, and then we will be all prepared to tackle Tate and Lisa. So thank you guys for watching. Have a great night, and see you again soon.